Okay, I want to do my Lenormand Cartomancy deck reading for the day. I'm putting up my tarot cards because I just got done uh, doing a reading with those. I'm not going to lay out. Sometimes I lay out the man card. I'm not going to do that for the day. I just basically want to see what's going on around me personally, or whether it be myself or others around me. This seems to be working really accurate for me. So I'm going to head and leave it at that and work it that way. Again, use my deck. This is my personal deck that I had printed and made myself. So either way, just a little 3 card reading to see what's going on for today. There it is. I feel it. It's usually what I do. I go until I feel it basically in my solar plexus area. I'll feel that energy, and that's what'll come up now. Key. Oh wow! Yesterday, actually, the day before, I had the mouse and the coffin sitting next to each other. Yesterday, I also had the mouse, the coffin, and the anchor. Actually, I think they were kind of reversed the day before. It was the mouse, the coffin, uh, and the anchor. Well, I don't know. I can't. Either way, I know it was the mouse and the coffin next to each other, or it was a mountain, the mouse, and the anchor or coffin. Oh, cloudiness and the coffin. The coffin keeps coming up, so there's some major changes definitely coming within my life really soon. And with that cloudiness sitting in the center, it definitely makes a lot, sense. There's the key is a very karmic, very spiritual type thing. It's about doors, new doors opening, new things in your life that's coming up. So there may be some confusion about what it is coming up, but it does show an ending here of more than likely with the clouds and the coffin sitting here. I think it's going to be that seems to be more of an ending of the confusion about what it is that's new that's opening up. So maybe I can expect to maybe because these keep coming up. That coffin comes up, and the key has came up for me a couple times this week. So very strong energy there, telling me that possibly that confusion about which path today it take or whatever, or what's kind of going on, making that big spiritual change that's going on, is about to end with the coffin right there. Now the number 33, of course, is the key, and the key is like I said, it's a very spiritual connection there, very strong connection. This is about life's mysteries, and I think about a door or different doorways and pathways. Especially, I've done some work with quantum physics and quantum jumping, how you can get into your mind and go through doorways in your mind, and then create changes in your life. And I've done it and watched it happen. It's pretty cool. Um, but this is the yes card. It basically it brings some type of answers or solutions or success that's connected with this card. So that's basically the destiny, so to speak, at play. Um, there's some kind of there's spiritual energy there that's basically steps into your life and kind of take over. And basically, it is telling you to pay attention to the signs, the clues, the signals, such as tarot reading and Lenormand cards and astrology is telling you to look and pay attention to the things that's about to happen, because it's a big teacher of karmic lessons also. It's basically, when lessons come up, it's time that you learn those lessons and actually grow from those lessons when that key comes up. But again, very great card to come up. Now the next card sitting next to it, I'm going to go ahead and show that on the camera there. Like I said, this is my own personal deck, so you're not going to be finding this being sold anywhere. The next card, the central card there, and especially being the central card, there's going to be a lot of confusion. There's this. It's about changes too. You know, that that clouds card. The clouds card is number six. Like I said, it's about confusion. It's about not being able to see things clearly, and a lot of times it's temporary, but things can change. Now, see what it's saying with especially with that key there, saying things can are changeable. You may not see things clearly right now because of basically, I think, the divine intervention, so to speak. So, um, there's definitely changes that's come about, or situations that can fluctuate and change, and I think that may has a lot to do with this. I think the choice or that you make, or which doorway you basically go through with that key. But either way, it this makes it difficult to give it a real accurate reading because it seems to be fog. You know, something you do need to look at. If there's a connection with the number six card there, that clouds card with things that are come in twos, or a yin yang energy, like twins, and anything like that. Anything that comes in twos is something you definitely need to pay attention to, and see what goes on with this. Um, there's, like I said, there's cloudiness, maybe some not feeling real stable. But when it comes to this card, basically it's time to use prudence. You know, take your time with everything because you're not seeing everything real clear when that clouds card comes up. So these cards, of course, read in combination. The coffin is transformations, things ending, not necessarily a death, but it could be with certain spreads. It's about major life changes, things coming about that completely change and transform your life when that comes up. So, of course, reading in combinations here. Now, you always, I do. That's what I've learned. I read always from left to right, and then I take a look at these outer cards. Okay, so this is definitely going to be bringing changes, and what gets me is I think I'm just not really seeing the change in what's going on with the central card there. But these two next to each other, and of course the difference, they're going to read differently this way than they are this way. So it's the order of the cards that definitely makes a difference. But with that cloud and that key next to each other, I'm gonna there's some kind of interference. I'm not seeing, and like I said, this has a very, very strong spiritual connection to it. So maybe some confusion, and this can be some confusion of somebody else, about their spiritual understanding. Maybe they're really maybe too much into religion instead of the spiritual side of it, because religion has its politics, and all of its man-made stuff. But all religion, of course, are based and have their spirituality connected to them. So that's basically what I'm getting. There's some kind of confusion about your spirituality, about these new changes that are coming in your life. You're still not seeing things clearly and what's going on, but that seems to be the case. And with that cloud and coffin sitting next to each other, like I said, there's definitely the confusion is about to end. Is what gets me. Um, there's some kind of something. There's going to be basically a wake-up call, a reality check, big changes, whatever. There's some kind of confusion that's going on, and there's something that's going to jolt you out of it. It's going to wake you up, which is always significant with the coffin because of major transformations. I mean, you think, especially if you just think about something like death, that's gonna jar you. It's going to be a big jolt and a big shock. But there seems to be some kind of resolving some kind of issues or whatever, getting that connection, because it seems that these two seem to be working together very, very strong here. But everything's clouded and something's in the way. So for that connection of not seeing things clearly is about to change, and there's definitely going to be seeing things more clearly. And like I said, I always want to look at that key in that coffin, those end cards there, to see um, what's going on with them. And that seems to be, again, like I said, major transformation going on there. Um, something that's going to break you down, I think, and wake you up on a spiritual level. So that's a very good thing. But this could be like a near death experience, which I had. I've definitely had a few of those in my life. Had those, been knocked out of my body a few times. I mean, I think the first time I was really conscious of that, I was in high school, and I got hit by a guy that went straight from high school to professional football, and he hit me so freaking hard that I was outside of my body, standing back, watching um, myself lay on the ground, and everybody crowding around me, and I was watching the whole thing on. It was crazy. Then I had it with a car accident where I got knocked out. After a while, I began to accept it and understand it, and then study and learn things about it. But at the time, I didn't know what was going on. I thought I was dead. So it was crazy. But a near-death experience is different, where you go through something, which I did when I was younger, and I had almost died from it, and then I kind of left, and I was like on the ceiling. Long story. Either way, um, but that could be very, very something strong. So that can be there could be like a near-death experience again, and some kind of confusion, and that's always going to be a confusing type of situation. It could be me, it could be somebody else around me, or something like that. But it seems to be, whatever it is, it's going to be something that seems to be on the edge, so to speak, because that coffin, it is to create major, major changes. There could be maybe even I don't know, some almost dangerous type effect that seems to go in with that, um, especially with that confusion right dead in the center. So just something to watch out. And I don't pay attention to the numbers with these the way I do with tarot. I read the numbers all the time, but that just stood out to me to maybe get a clearer picture of what's going on. Um, Okay, well, that would come up to number 11, which is also a spiritual number, and tell me to pay attention to my intuition, and it breaks down to a 2, so the number 2, dealing with two different things, um, especially partners, some type of partnerships, and needing balance and stuff in your life. So maybe that's what the whole key is there. There's going to be something that's very jolting or whatever to bring you back and get you on your spiritual path, so to speak, and kind of bring you into balance, because we get out of balance living in this physical world, and everything becomes all physical, and we forget the aspects of our spiritual selves. Either way, just something I'm thinking out loud here. That's going to be my reading for the day. I'm going to go ahead and get off here, and I will be back later. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.